by opening up Xcode and creating a new project. So let me just, oh wait, there it is. Yep. So let's go on. Let's make a new Xcode project, and then let's make this a single view application and an iOS application. So iOS single view, next, and let's start by calling this my WebView tutorial. And for devices, we're gonna you guys could choose whatever you want. I'm just gonna do both, just to show you guys what it will look like for each one. So devices are gonna be universal for me. So next, and then let's save this and create it. Alright, so here we start by going to the iPhone storyboard, or if you guys have an iPad, you guys can do this on the iPad. I'll show you how to do it on the iPad after anyway. So what you want to start off by doing is by adding a toolbar to the bottom of the page. So this will be for like the web, this will be to control the web view, like to go back, forward, and stuff like that. So right now we're gonna need 4 items. One is gonna be back, one is gonna be forward, one is gonna be refresh, and one is gonna be stop. So I'm just gonna copy paste this. So copy and now paste it another 3 times. Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna start with the first one. We're gonna go into right here, and we're gonna change the identifier for that item to rewind. And for the next one, we're gonna change it to play. And this is just what it looks like. This isn't actually coding the web view yet. We're just putting it in. So then the third identifier will be refresh, and the fourth identifier will be stop. So now we want to split this evenly in like with the spacing and like the amount of spacing in between it. So we're gonna create a flexible spacebar button item, and we're gonna put that right in between both of them. So now this it's evenly spaces everything out. So now what we want to do next is we want to actually add in our web view. So just scroll up here until we get the web view. And feel free to pause the video if I'm going too fast. So now you want to align it perfectly. So there we go. Let it click in. So that's our web view. I personally don't like it when it hovers over the notifications, but alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. Sorry for that echo, guys. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna code these buttons to connect to the web view and actually have a connection to it. So now what you want to do is you want to go into the first button, and you want to hold Control and click and drag the button right into the web view. And now we have our 4 actions. You want to choose go back for the first one. For the second one, you want to hit go forward. What you want to do now is sorry guys, this thing keeps echoing. This is like a bad mic for the actual computer itself. But for the third one, what you want to do is you want to control click and you want to make it reload. For the next one, you want to make it stop, so you're going to control click, and this is the last one, so you want to make it stop loading. So now our buttons are connected to the actual iPhone web view. So now we're going to do the same thing for iPad. So we're going to add in a toolbar. And I'll just do this a little quicker than before, since I already did it. So here's a toolbar. I'm going to add 3 items. Then first one is rewind. The second one is play. The third one is refresh. And the fourth one is stop. And now we're going to split them in half. So we'll use the flexible spacebar button item. I'll just split it right there. Now we're going to add in the web view. So let's scroll up a little bit to the web view. Add it in. There we go. Align it perfectly. There we go. And I personally, like I said, I don't like the web view to cover up the notifications bar in iOS 7. So I'm just going to scroll this down. Wait, no. I'm just going to move this down a little bit until it clicks in. There we go. So the top is just going to stay blank. So now I want to connect the buttons. So for the first connection, I'm going to control click and drag to the web view and make the sent action go back. For the second one, I'll make it go forward. For the third one, I'll make it reload. And then for the fourth one, I'll make it stop loading. So if you want to use any different identifier for any of these buttons, that is totally fine. It's up to you. But I just use these because they look closest to an actual like web view. Because I can't really find the back button, but this kind of looks close enough. So I just use the rewind. So now we finally finished the actual storyboard. Now we have to go into the view Controller.h to actually code the web view. So I will leave the code in the description so you don't have to constantly pause the video and just type in what I'm saying. So right now I have it on here and I will take it from there. So just open it up. So for the view Controller.h, you only need to create, like, just separate it, create a bracket, and make it open bracket IBOutlet space UIWebView and space and then asterisk. We're gonna call this myWebView, and then a semicolon just to end that, and then another close bracket. So close bracket just to end everything. So that's it for the view Controller.h. Now we're gonna go into the view Controller.m. And in the view Controller.m, under the super view did load, let's leave some space. Let's go and we're gonna type in this bit of code right here. Hold on, let me just, right, here we go. So this code will be in the description, so you can just look at it. And then these lines, I don't know what these are. I mean these dots, so I'll just delete them. So let me just delete these. So right here, this is the URL. So it must start with http:// and then whatever you want it to be. So you can make it your whatever your website you want it to be. So for now, I'm just gonna make mine google.com, just cause it's just an example. So this is for the actual, like, this is coding the entire web view and almost done. Now we're gonna go into the assistant editor. Let's go into the assistant editor just to split our screen. And now we have our view Controller.h loaded here. So we're gonna open the main iPhone storyboard, and we are going to drag this connection into the web view. So just a click and drag, and then that's it. We're done. If you want to have the same link for both web views, you can just drag it in and let it go again. But for the tutorial purposes, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you how to make it so that you have two different links. So like you can make it in one app. So like one app, let's say for iPhone you want to have Google, and then for iPad you want it to load up Yahoo, for example. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly. So this is just a little bit more code, but it's really the exact same thing, just changing the names. So what we're going to do is we are going to go just make another 2 lines here and just type in the same thing that we have on the top. So IBOutlet UIWebView, and then let's call this myWebView1, and then end it. So right now, oops, hold on a second. So here we go, and there should not be any errors, so let me just get rid of that. So let me just take this and just recopy it. You could really just take the top line, copy paste, and then change the name right there to myWebView1. So that's it for the .h. For the viewController.m, we're gonna take the entire code that we had and just recopy it. And what we're gonna do is, since it's a different link, you wanna like redo all of this. So we're just gonna change the names to myURL. Let's say for example, myURL1. Just like gonna add a 1 in front of everything. So okay, so myRequest1, myURL1. Since this is our web view, we're gonna make it this is our new web view, so we're gonna make it myWebView1. And then right here we're gonna change this myWebView1, and then loadRequest myRequest1. So myRequest1, and then that's it. So now let's just say I wanted to change it to Yahoo, for example. So we'll just change this to yahoo.com. And now that's now we're gonna go into the assistant editor again and just like add this new connection to the iPad. So we're gonna go into the main iPad storyboard, and then with the UI WebView, we're just gonna drag the myWebView1 in the viewController.h right into the iPad, and that's it. So just like I'm just gonna go back into the standard editor. So now that's it really. So you can try this now. I'll run it on the simulator just to show that it works. So for iPhone, we said that we're gonna do, so the iPhone's the first one, we said google.com, so we're gonna just run that. So here we go. And now we'll just wait. And there you go. So there's google.com. You can do whatever you want. Let's say I'm just gonna search the home keys and then go back, go forward, refresh the page, and then refresh. So like refresh stop, for example. This is kind of hard. The stop button does work. It's just hard enough. Yeah, so there you go. I just stopped it, and then like I'll just refresh it and it'll reload again. So that's it for the iPhone. Now I'm going to test out the iPad just to show that that works. So the iPad Retina 64-bit. I'm just gonna quit the simulator real quick. So now we're just gonna run this, and the build is succeeded. So now we wait, it loaded up, and yahoo.com, there you go. So now it's gonna ask, would like to use your current location, but first it's gonna start off with the app name, then it's gonna ask you for yahoo.com. There you go. So here you go, and now let's refresh it. Yep, there you go. See, Yahoo would like to use your current location. So let's say I wanna just search up again the home keys. Then alright, so now I want to go back, works, go forward, it works. Refresh. Well, refresh does work, but it's just that it's not working now. So the stop loading, just like completely stop it. So there you go, and then refresh it. There you go. Alright, so there you go, and this is how to make a web view for Xcode. So it could help if you guys just please like this video and then subscribe for more videos. So I guess, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Well, good luck.